Hey there everyone, so I'm going to show you how to hook up your ESP8266 and show you two Arduinos talking to each other wirelessly and displaying their values on these I2C 16x2 LCD screens. All this stuff I bought on eBay, so if you want it, it's on eBay, and it's all dirt cheap too, and I consider it high quality, but I'm sure the experts out there looking at that knockoff Mega there and are saying it's not high quality. But anyway, ESP8266, when I bought it, it came with a custom firmware on it. I had to flash it to the 901. Below I'm going to link some libraries that I use to make all of this easier. So when you buy these, check the firmware. It probably has some type of propaganda on it, so do that. 1K ohm resistor. This came with the ESP. It's a little breakout for breadboards. You want it. It was free with the ESP. 16x2 LCD. And everything here is an identical configuration up here. This is a buck converter. I got 12 volts, 1 amp going in, 3.2 volts coming out. And the reason is because this guy, just don't go over, like, I think it's like 3.3 or something. Just keep it below 3.3 and you'll be happy. So resistor, pull-up resistor, positive rail. You need it because you got to filter out some noise on that reset pin. Take your breakout, throw it on your breadboard. We're going to be taking the ESP and building it in this direction, so like that. Set that there. So for starters, take your positive rail of the ESP, and that's the bottom right, and go ahead and give it some power. And then your negative is the top left. Go ahead and hook that up to the negative rail. You need to, on the bottom two middle pins of the ESP, you need to hook them up to the pull-up resistor. Again, that's a 1K, just to filter out some noise. Important, I don't know why I didn't think about it before, but you got to keep your grounds together. So on both of your grounds, from your external power supply, which is here, going onto the negative rail, actually you ground it out here. Your receive is your top right. My Arduino Mega here, I'm pretty sure these are mislabeled. You're not supposed to hook up receive to receive, but pretty sure this is mislabeled, so I'm going to plug it into the receive. Your transmit is your bottom left, so go ahead and do that. Hook it up to your transmit, and that's that. As for the LCD, it's I2C, so just hook up your 5 volts and ground, and I'm going to unplug the power to this and hook up your SDA and your SLC. There you go. We're pretty much ready to go. Now we just got to plug this in. My code isn't perfect on these Arduinos. There's some trial and error. I'm still working that out. The libraries are pretty good, but they're not bulletproof. Who knows, maybe if I figured out how to make them bulletproof, I'll upload a modified version of the library so you guys can have a more bulletproof thing. So, plugged in the ESP, you'll notice the blue light's on. Some forums say, oh, that shouldn't be on. Ignore it. Doesn't mean crap. Well, I'm sure it means something, but okay, so server's on, ready to go. The only thing these two share is the same power source. That's it. And maybe the computer they're both plugged into, but I have them both plugged into the computer for serial monitor. So this should be turning on. Why is it not? Because once again, I plugged these into the wrong pins. There you go. 5 volts and ground. Let's go ahead, and I gotta restart my serial monitor on COM7. So let's go ahead and serial monitor. All right, let's restart the client. And we should start to see the ESP make some noise in the serial monitor, and the library does a really good job of echoing out. And since it's not doing anything, I can tell that I need to restart my ESP. There is a reset pin. I don't have it hooked up. There it goes. It's now connecting. All right, connected to my Wi-Fi. I got an IP address, and now it's attempting to connect to the server. And I will go ahead and tap on this. Come on, focus. There it is. It's not focus, just light contrast. So the client generates random numbers, and up here you can barely see it. You can see those numbers are being mirrored. Oh, come on. Don't be a jerk. There you go. 3, 169, 9, 257, 160, and you see those numbers up top. So generates random numbers, sends them via Wi-Fi. Up here, it's showing the status that a client's connected. And that's about it. That's it. So I'll upload, or I won't upload it. I'll link to the libraries that are out there. You just got to load the libraries to your Arduinos. And it comes with sample code too. Sample code's really good. I think the client sample code's still the same. I added in that random number generator, and then I made it so it triggers automatically and not on a button push. The server code I wrote myself, and I made some changes to the library because it was doing some weird stuff where it wouldn't let go of the connection when the client disconnected. So yeah, when you get this, you may want to look into how it's managing its client. I think it's just doing it in timeout, right? You want your client, you want the server to close the connection as soon as it sees the client disconnect. And it's set for like a 30-second timeout. So if this guy needs to reconnect, the server's going to reject the connection because it thinks it's already connected. So you're going to want to either set the timeout lower to like 1 second, or you're going to want to, when the client wants to disconnect, you need to send a signal saying I want to disconnect, and then the client does disconnect, and then the server closes the connection from its side too. And that way you can reconnect, resend a message, close again, repeat the cycle, and you won't get stuck in this weird, I need to reset one of my ESPs. So that's it. I'll link to the libraries, and yep, thanks for watching.